morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Slicka Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. First off, I want to say to all of you that have supported me this far, thank you all so much. I've got to 500 right now, and I just made the application to get monetized. So I am waiting to see if I get approved, which I am hoping I do. I should. So here's to hoping, man. Here's to hoping. All right, now we got that out of the way. Let's get into this article. So this has been talked about for a couple days right now, and let me tell you, this is what I'm gonna be saying, dude. Some of these actors can be that damn stupid and that naive, bro. That they don't pay attention to what really goes on, dude. So let's see. Let's see the article. Rose Tico actress Kelly Marie Tran lashes out at Star Wars fans in new interview, claims she felt persecuted over race and gender. Kelly Marie Tran, I got no problem with you. I believe you're a wonderful actress and all that, but your character was treated badly. Very, very badly. So I don't know who these so-called wannabe fans are that are telling you all this. You cannot believe that. Because there are fans out there that believe you're a good actress. And it's like this. I don't know what Star Disney has done to you. Disney has done a lot of damage to this brand. It has done a lot of damage to this brand, and it's ridiculous. Just like what's happened to John Boyega. First of all, John Boyega used to blame it on Lucasfilm and all for supporting China to let them shrink his picture, his character image, all that, and discriminating him. Now he is trying to blame it on the fans. Jesus, man. I mean, your movies made the movies made almost $1 billion. So I don't know what are they complaining about, dude. Really, but let's just read this art. Let's read this article and see what you guys think. Another Star Wars actor is coming down on the fans as Kelly Marie Tran spoke out about her experiences in the aftermath of Disney's sequel trilogy. More than 5 years after her final appearance in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, Rose Tico actress Kelly Marie Tran has publicly lashed out at the franchise's fandom, saying she felt persecuted during her time in the spotlight. Tran's comments come during the promotional tour for her latest film, The Wedding Banquet, and echo similar remarks made recently by Star Wars co-star John Boyega. Tran portraying resistance mechanic Rose Tico in 2017's The Last Jedi and reprised the role briefly in 2019's Rise of Skywalker. Following the release of Last Jedi, Tran faced widespread online criticism from fans who were divided over the film's story direction and character development. Rose Tico became a particularly controversial figure, with some viewers feeling the character's subplot detracted from the overall narrative. Man, I don't know, man. I will say this. I'm going to say it like this. The way they treated these four characters, the way they treated Rey, Poe Dameron, Flynn, Rose Tico, the way they treated these characters from The Last Jedi to The Rise of Skywalker was just completely ridiculous. Because in The Last Jedi, when Rose Tico was first introduced, Rian Johnson was trying to get a love relationship between Rose and Flynn, and you've seen that in the movie. And then they were trying to get Poe Dameron to have a love relationship with Rey. And then, of course, after in The Rise of Skywalker, you had Poe and Rey arguing against each other always. You had Finn and Rose being separated from each other. So I'm like, What the hell is this? I'm sorry to say it, man, but I will say it like this. I have no problem with the actors. I've got no problem with Kelly Marie Tran, nor John Boyega. I had no problem. Look, I was hoping when in The Force Awakens, when John Boyega first got the lightsaber, like, oh, right, we got a former stormtrooper becoming a Jedi. I was hoping for that. I was hoping for that to happen. But of course, it went to Rey being the Jedi. I was like, okay, all right, this will be an interesting story. But then, of course, The Last Jedi, it ruined it. It ruined that moment. So I don't know what it's like I said, dude. The Disney Star Wars films have been really bad, bro, especially their shows. So you tell me, man. You tell me what you guys think of that. You tell me if I'm wrong. Oh jeez, what the I closed this and it went to a freaking see it did it again. This damn thing is so stupid. A new interview with Entertainment Weekly, Tran addressed the backlash stating, I was already being ridiculed. There were comments about my race or comments about me being a woman. I already felt like I was being persecuted for those things. She added that the experience led her to seek out therapy and join support groups to cope with the reaction to her role. Tran's remarks are part of a broader wave of criticism aimed at fans from some of the sequel's trilogy's leading actors. John Boyega, who played Finn in those movies, recently made headlines for his own comments in which he described elements of Star Wars fan community as dismissive or unwelcoming. Boyega previously expressed disappointment with how his character was handled by Disney and Lucasfilm, particularly The Rise of Skywalker. Of course! Finn's character was handled badly. It was poorly. It was just bad. And like I've said before, the way they treated Rey was bad. The way they treated Poe was bad. Finn was bad, and Rose Tico. They were treated terribly. Even Kylo Ren was treated badly. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what Kelly Marie needs to look at, man. Sheesh. What stands out in both Tran and Boyega's remarks, in the absence of the substantial criticism of the studio behind the films, despite Disney and Lucasfilm making key decisions that affected the trajectory of their characters, including Rose Tico's just drastically reduced screen time in The Rise of Skywalker, neither actor has addressed the role of the creative leadership or production choices in the recent interviews. Instead, the narrative continues to place emphasis on reactions from the public. See, this is the problem, man. These actors are acting so stupid, bro. They don't get it. They don't figure, wait a minute. How come I got a little short time? What is this? Why do I gotta follow this script the way it is? Because I don't like the script. Is there a way we could change the script a bit? I mean, these actors don't fight? They don't say something? Or they're just here for the money? You know, come on, man. You want to try to respect the character. You want to try to respect the fans. But instead, I mean, it's like I said, dude. The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker failed miserably. When I went to see The Last Jedi, in my theater, everybody was excited when the title came out and everything. But after that, after the introduction title and everything came out, my whole theater was silent. My whole theater was just pure silence. Not even a clap, not a cheer, nothing. It was just terrible. It was just terrible. The way they treated all the characters, man. So, I mean, I don't know what is wrong with these actors, man. Some fans have noted this pattern, arguing that their criticisms were aimed not at the actors personally, but at how their characters were written and utilized. Rose Tico's storyline, which involved a subplot on the casino planet Canto Bright, was one of the more divisive elements of The Last Jedi, with some calling it unnecessary to the main plot. The discourse around the sequel trilogy has continued to evolve, with fans, critics, and creators alike weighing in what went wrong. Tran previously left social media in 2018 following a wave of negative attention, prompting a support from her colleagues and Lucasfilm at the time. The incident was viewed by many in the entertainment industry as emblematic of the challenges actors face when dealing with high-profile roles in large franchises. Lucasfilm even issued an official statement banking Tran. Her most recent interview builds on that earlier narrative, portraying her experiences as one marked by struggle and growth. However, it also revives tension within the fan community, many of whom continue to feel frustrated by how criticism of the films have been interpreted as personal or identity driven. As Star Wars continues to expand with new stories and characters in both theatrical and streaming formats, the reception of the sequel trilogy remains point of contention. The comments from Tran and Boyega highlights of how the conversation around fandom, creative direction, and public response is far from settled. Now that Disney nor Lucasfilm has responded to Tran's latest comments at the time of publication. It's like I said, dude. Sometimes these actors, they don't wake up and look at the big picture of what is going on. And it's like I said, I've got no problem with actors playing these roles. It's just the way they are written. It is the way that they have been scripted. That's the problem. Now, there are actors that I do not like that play these roles. There are actors I do not like. But in this case, in Star Wars, bro, I had no problem with John Boyega or Rose Tico. I got no problem with the actors. They played a fantastic job in their roles, but the way they've been treated, the way their characters have been treated was poor. It was just terrible. So that's something that these actresses need to start waking up to, man. They need to start waking up. So you guys let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? So thank you all so much for watching this video and being part of the channel. So please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Again, thank you all so much, and I'll be seeing you all until next time. Bye, everyone.